Anh Linh, can you grant me the permission to share my screen?
That's me. Okay.
Okay.
So yes, so before we jumped in our main section today, I would love to say something. And for phone, I would love Thắng to have some word to the student, and also to welcome everyone. Thank you.
All right. So welcome everybody to our second workshop of the Taking the Blockchain Initiative with Cardano workshop series. So in this second workshop, we're going to be talking about how to write a blockchain proposal, as well as how to submit one for funding within the project Catalyst. So you will also be introduced to Idea Scale, I think, which will introduce you guys to a place where you find a variety of different challenges, as well as blockchain solutions and proposal there. So without further ado, I'll pass this to me to start us off.
Yes, thanks for your introduction, and we're very happy to have everyone here today, and hope that you guys could learn something from the project. And so today we will be doing a small wrap up for the previous session, which will be conducted by Vietnamese for anyone that is not very fully understand the lesson that we have delivered last week. And we will have more interaction with you guys by asking more questions. So if it is okay, you can turn on the camera if you feel comfortable as well. And also we would love to ask you questions. So maybe in while we're posing some between section, we will be asking questions. And if we do not have any volunteer one, I think that I will call some names and hope that you guys will feel comfortable with that. So if you don't know, just say you don't know. So no worry about that. Just want to get to know you more, maybe to want to hear your voice during the session. And thanks a lot. So today we're going to go to the main session where you can, the link will advise you to how to write a proper proposal to ask for fund, and there's many more elements that gonna be displayed, gonna be presented. So first of all, I would love to invite Anh Tiến to share about the quick wrap up by Vietnamese for the last lesson.
Thank you, Mi. Good morning, everyone. So I will conduct a wrap up by Vietnamese. Give me a second. Mọi người nhìn thấy màn hình của Tiến rồi đúng không ạ? Cái màn hình slide của buổi hôm trước.
Yep.
Thank you. Thì chắc là Tiến cũng sẽ nói ngắn gọn thôi, trong vòng khoảng 10-15 phút về một vài cái điểm chính của cái bài chia sẻ tuần vừa rồi của anh Linh về giới thiệu về Catalyst. Thì để chúng ta nhìn nhận lại xem là Catalyst là gì và cái điểm khác biệt giữa Catalyst với lại các nền tảng khác. Thì ở trên cái slide mà các bạn có ấy, thì đây chính là cái slide các bạn có. Thì những trang đầu của slide thì có nói về Catalyst School và Catalyst School. Thì đấy là hai cái nơi. Catalyst School là cái nơi mà mọi người muốn thúc đẩy cái sự ảnh hưởng của Catalyst đến với lại cộng đồng nhiều hơn. Ở đó thì có những khóa học, có những cái chương trình để cho mọi người biết đến Catalyst nhiều hơn, hướng dẫn mọi người có thể là viết những cái dự án, trở thành những người PA hay là VPA, những người đánh giá dự án như thế nào trên Catalyst. Thì bản chất của Catalyst School thì là một cái nơi để cung cấp những cái khóa học, những cái khóa đào tạo để cho cộng đồng, và từ đó thì mọi người biết đến cái cách để tham gia vào từng những cái vai trò khác nhau trên cộng đồng nhiều hơn. Thì một nhánh của Catalyst School thì nó có Eastern Catalyst School. Thì Eastern Catalyst School thì là một cái mô hình giống như Catalyst School, nhưng mà là cung cấp dưới dạng các ngôn ngữ khác nhau bằng ngôn ngữ bản địa, ví dụ như tiếng Việt Nam, tiếng Nhật hoặc là tiếng Indonesia. Đó. Thì ở cái bài hôm vừa rồi thì chúng ta có sẽ tổng quan về Project Catalyst. Thì sẽ tóm lược sơ bộ về Project Catalyst là cái gì. Thì Project Catalyst nó là một cái nền tảng mà ở đó ấy, thì nó cung cấp một cái môi trường, ở đây mọi người dùng cái từ gọi là safe environment, gọi là môi trường rất là an toàn để thúc đẩy, để tìm tòi và khám phá những cái tiềm năng, những cái cơ hội của những sự hợp tác. Thì cái ngôn từ nó dùng là như vậy, nhưng mà nó về tiếng Việt của mình thì hiểu nôm na nó là cái gì. Nó là một cái nơi mà ở đó chúng ta có thể nói như là idea marketplace, là như một cái nơi mà chúng ta có những cái ý tưởng và chúng ta có thể là biến cái ý tưởng của chúng ta thành hiện thực được. Đó. Mà ở đó ấy thì những cái ý tưởng này chúng ta sẽ có những cơ chế để chúng ta viết cái ý tưởng nó lên trên cái nền tảng của Catalyst. Và ai là những người viết? Tất cả là những cái thành viên trong cộng đồng, là những người có thể đều có khả năng viết cái dự án lên được. Bất cứ ai có ý tưởng thì đều có thể là lên Catalyst, lên trang Idea Scale để viết cái dự án của chúng ta trên đó. Tuy nhiên chúng ta phải đợi vào ở những cái vòng cấp vốn thì chúng ta viết được. Ví dụ hiện giờ chúng ta đang ở phân 9 thì có nghĩa là chúng ta đã Idea Scale đã mở đến 9 lần rồi. Thì như các bạn ở đây, những anh chị em của RMIT thì chúng ta có thể tham gia vào phân 10. Phân 10 thì vào cuối tháng 10 này sẽ bắt đầu có mở ra phân 10. Thì bất cứ ai có ý tưởng thì đều có thể lên Idea Scale, nó là cái cổng của cái nền tảng Catalyst để đăng cái ý tưởng chúng ta trên đó. Thì Catalyst School sẽ chia sẻ mọi người cách đăng ý tưởng như nào, làm sao để viết được những cái project hay, project hợp lý, một cái project mang tính thuyết phục để cộng đồng có thể bỏ phiếu cho chúng ta được. Thì đấy là nhiệm vụ Catalyst School. Và trong cái buổi trình bày ngày hôm nay thì anh Linh cũng sẽ nói về phần đó. Quay trở lại với Project Catalyst thì nó là cái nơi mà mọi người đều có thể đăng ý tưởng được. Và khi chúng ta đăng cái ý tưởng chúng ta lên rồi ấy, chúng ta viết thành một cái proposal rồi, thì ai là người chấm? Cũng chính là những người trên cộng đồng sẽ là người chấm. Người trên cộng đồng là ai? Là chính chúng ta. Nếu như chúng ta là người viết một cái dự án thì chỉ có một cái điều lệ là gì? Khi chúng ta là người viết dự án ấy, thì chúng ta không được chấm cho cái dự án của chính chúng ta và chấm cho cái dự án cùng cái hạng mục, cùng cái challenge của chúng ta. Nhưng chúng ta hoàn toàn có thể chấm những cái dự án ở những hạng mục khác. Chúng ta chính là những người mà vai trò ở cái buổi ngày thứ 3 ấy, anh đi sẽ nói về vai trò của PA, hay gọi là Proposal Assessor, người đánh giá dự án ấy, thì chính là những người chấm. Thì bản chất của Catalyst là gì? Là nó là một cái nền tảng mà ở đó mọi người cung cấp cho mọi người cái cơ chế để có thể là đăng cái ý tưởng của chúng ta thành những cái dự án và đi chấm những cái dự án của những thành viên khác đến từ cộng đồng. Đó. Thì chính vì thế nó gọi là cái từ nó gọi là khám phá cái potential of human collaboration là vì vậy. Tức là chúng ta sẽ làm sao đấy để cho cái sự hợp tác đến từ cộng đồng nó tốt nhất có thể. Và Catalyst ấy thì được chia thành các vòng cấp vốn khác nhau, nó gọi là funding round khác nhau. Chúng ta đang ở funding round số 9. Hôm nay ngày hôm nay thì chúng ta chính ngày hôm nay chúng ta đã có những kết quả sơ bộ của những cái kết quả chấm của PA ở vòng số 9 rồi. Thì dự kiến là đến ngày 24 tháng 9 chúng ta sẽ có kết quả của dự án. Chúng ta có kết quả của dự án và bước vào đầu tháng 10 hoặc giữa tháng 10 chúng ta sẽ bắt đầu mở cái phân số 10. Thì ở mỗi một cái funding round ấy thì chúng ta sẽ có những cái gọi sub fund, hay là chúng ta gọi là challenge setting. Đấy, thì có những cái hạng mục khác nhau. Thì tùy theo những cái thời điểm, tùy theo cái ý kiến của cộng đồng, chúng ta có thể là những người mà viết ra dự án của chúng ta, hoặc là chúng ta cũng có thể là những người viết ra những cái gọi là challenge setting để cho cộng đồng có thể nộp dự án vào đó. Thì khi cộng đồng thấy rằng là cái challenge setting chúng ta viết hay, hợp lý với lại cái xu thế, với cái sự cần của cộng đồng, thì người ta sẽ bỏ phiếu. Và khi người ta sẽ bỏ phiếu ấy thì ở vòng phân sau, cái challenge setting đó nó sẽ trở thành một cái sub fund của Catalyst. Với Catalyst ấy, thì chúng ta thấy là có những cái vai trò chính. Thì đây là những cái vai trò chính trên Catalyst mà ở cái buổi hôm qua chúng ta đã xem qua. Vai trò đầu tiên ấy là proposer. Proposer là những người mà nộp những cái ý tưởng lên nền tảng của Catalyst, hay là nói ngắn gọn hơn là nộp cái ý tưởng của mình, viết cái ý tưởng thành những cái proposal, những cái bản đề xuất trên nền tảng của trên cái website 𝗫𝗄𝑆cale. Thì sau khi mà họ viết xong rồi ấy, thì sẽ có những người đánh giá, thì người đấy gọi là PA và VPA. Thì PA thì rất có từ gọi là proposal assessor, còn VPA là veteran proposal assessor, là những người đánh giá cái dự án của chúng ta. VPA thì sẽ là người đánh giá lại những cái kết quả, họ sẽ là những người review lại những kết quả chấm của PA, làm sao đấy để đảm bảo cái sự công bằng. Và vai trò tiếp theo là vai trò của người voter. Voter là gì? Là những người có nắm giữ ADA và họ sẽ vote cho những cái dự án mà họ thích. Tối thiểu thì cần 500 ADA thì chúng ta có quyền được vote rồi. Chút nữa mình sẽ nói về cái phần power, cái phần trọng lượng của phiếu bầu ở phần sau này. Ngoài ra ấy, thì chúng ta còn một vai trò rất là thú vị nữa là vai trò referrer, là những người giới thiệu những thành viên khác có ý tưởng mà mang cái ý tưởng của họ nộp lên Catalyst, nộp lên 𝗫𝗄𝑆cale, thì những người đó cũng được trả một cái phần reward, và cái người đó gọi là referrer. Khi mà ngày hôm nay ấy, chút nữa anh Linh sẽ giới thiệu là khi mà các bạn viết một cái đề xuất thì có hẳn một cái trường để nó khai cái trường cho cái vai trò của referrer này. Ngoài 4 cái vai trò chính này thì chúng ta còn những cái vai trò phụ như là Catalyst Circle Member, những thành viên quản lý về Catalyst, Catalyst Circle Admin là những người tham gia về đội admin, đội thư ký, đội hỗ trợ. Ngoài ra thì chúng ta có những đội như Challenge Team. Ở đây thì có anh Linh, có My cũng là những thành viên trong Challenge Team. Thì trong đấy là những cái vai trò trên của Catalyst. Khi mà chúng ta có ý tưởng hay là chúng ta muốn trở thành những người PA ấy, thì chúng ta phải để ý rất rõ những cái cycle của một vòng cấp vốn, hay là cái chu kỳ của một vòng cấp vốn. Ban đầu là chúng ta sẽ có khoảng 1 tuần là để chia sẻ cái ý tưởng của chúng ta. Sau đó thì có 1 tuần nữa để chúng ta đưa cái ý tưởng của chúng ta lên nền tảng của 𝗫𝗄𝑆cale, nó gọi là proposal submission. Khi đi cái hay của Catalyst ở chỗ này, khi các bạn mà đưa cái ý tưởng của các bạn lên nền tảng của 𝗫𝗄𝑆cale rồi ấy, thì người ta chưa cho chấm ngay, mà người ta để khoảng 1 tuần đến 2 tuần để cho cộng đồng vào góp ý. Cộng đồng đọc cái ý tưởng của bạn rồi, đọc cái proposal của bạn rồi, cộng đồng thấy rằng là cần phải thêm chỗ này hay là bớt chỗ này, cần phải thêm vào những tính năng này hay là cần phải chỉnh sửa lại đoạn này cho nó hợp lý hơn. Ví dụ như bạn thấy rằng đoạn này là cần thêm những cái feature này, hay là bớt đi những feature kia, hay là triển khai nó cần ngắn hơn nhỉ. Thì cộng đồng họ với cái góc nhìn của họ, với cái kinh nghiệm của họ, họ sẽ vào họ tư vấn cho các bạn. Thì cái phần đấy cái vòng đó nó gọi là proposal refinement. Khi họ góp ý cho chúng ta rồi ấy, thì chúng ta lại có thời gian để chỉnh sửa cho cái dự án, cái proposal chúng ta trở nên nó sắc sảo hơn, nó tròn trịa hơn. Thì sau khi mà chúng ta chỉnh sửa xong rồi ấy, nó gọi là phần finalizing rồi ấy, thì chúng ta sang một cái vòng mà đó là cái vòng mà đánh giá bởi các PA. Lúc này các PA mới nhảy vào đánh giá. Và nếu như là bạn là người có ý tưởng thì bạn sẽ nộp ý tưởng của các bạn lên, nộp proposal nó lên, chúng ta trở thành những proposer. Nhưng nếu các bạn là những người không có ý tưởng thì vẫn còn rất nhiều cơ hội cho các bạn. Các bạn có thể là trở thành những PA. Khi mà vai trò là PA thì họ không yêu cầu gì chúng ta nhiều về mặt tài chính hay là về ý tưởng, họ không yêu cầu. Họ chỉ yêu cầu chúng ta là có khả năng đọc hiểu những cái dự án đó và bình luận cho những cái dự án đó theo một cái bảng quy định nhất định. Và cái bảng đó ấy, thì ở buổi thứ 3 chúng ta sẽ được học. Cái bảng đó là gì? Nó gọi là PA Guide, để hướng dẫn mọi người là gì? Khi chúng ta đưa lời bình thì bình làm sao cho nó theo đúng cái quy chuẩn. Chúng ta không bình ở góc độ tiêu cực mà phải bình ở góc độ tích cực. Chúng ta bình vào ấy thì phải làm sao đấy để qua lời bình của chúng ta, qua lời nhận xét của chúng ta, cái người chủ dự án ấy họ phải có họ rút ra được một cái kinh nghiệm gì đó, và họ có những cái hành động nào đó để cái dự án của họ trong những vòng sau trở nên tốt đẹp hơn. Thì đấy là vai trò chính của PA. Người PA đánh giá dự án ấy không phải là chỉ là đánh giá để có một bảng điểm 1, 2, 3 hay là 4, 5, 6, Mà cái việc đánh giá đó ấy, nó phải mang lại cho người chủ dự án những cái bài học, những cái action nhất định, những cái hành động nhất định để trong vòng cấp vốn tiếp theo họ có thể là mang vào dự án của họ và giúp cho cái dự án của họ trở nên tốt đẹp hơn. Thì đấy là vai trò của PA. Và rất nhiều người ở cộng đồng Việt Nam, chúng ta rất nhiều người biết tiếng Anh, đặc biệt là những anh em như RMIT nhà mình thì rất là giỏi về tiếng Anh, thì PA là một cái vị thế, là một cái role mà mọi người rất có thể trở thành, mọi người rất dễ để làm được. Và vai trò là PA thì các bạn cũng có thể kiếm được có những cái phần reward rất là xứng đáng, chắc là buổi thứ 3 anh Linh sẽ chia sẻ cho mọi người những cái reward. Tôi nghĩ là mọi người sẽ rất là ngỡ ngàng khi mà với công sức với lại những cái reward trong những PA này. Ngoài ra thì sau khi PA đánh giá xong rồi ấy, thì sẽ có một vòng đánh giá nữa, đánh giá lại cái kết quả của PA, gọi là VPA. Sorry, khi mà người PA đánh giá xong rồi ấy, thì có khoảng 5 ngày đến 1 tuần để cho chủ dự án xem lại những cái đánh giá của PA, xem là có đánh giá nào không hợp lệ hay không. Thì chính là cái vòng này gọi là assessment review by proposal. Khi mà họ thấy rằng những cái đánh giá của PA này với đề xuất của họ không hợp lệ, họ có khả năng cắm cờ và họ đưa ra lời giải thích là không hợp lệ ở chỗ nào. Thì khi họ tìm thấy, họ ghi vào như vậy ấy, thì cái người VPA ở cái vòng tiếp theo này, cái bước tiếp theo này, thì người VPA họ sẽ đọc những cái lời trong cái việc cắm cờ đó. Họ thấy cờ cắm, họ đọc những lời comment. Họ sẽ là những giám khảo, họ cân nhắc xem là cái việc cắm cờ đấy đúng hay là sai. Nếu đúng, họ loại toàn bộ đấy, họ sẽ loại cái đánh giá đó đi. Nếu mà không đúng thì họ sẽ để nó ở lại. Và sau khi cái vòng đánh giá của VPA xong rồi ấy, thì sẽ là cái vòng bỏ phiếu từ cộng đồng, là những người nắm giữ được ADA. Những người có ADA thì họ sẽ tham gia bỏ phiếu. Một trong những điểm mà ở cái bài trình bày hôm trước ấy, thì Tiến Anh Linh cũng nói rất rõ là rất nhiều người quan tâm là thế thì Catalyst nó là cái nơi rất là mở để cho ai cũng phải tham dự được, thì tiền lấy đâu ra? Cái nguồn tiền này có minh bạch hay không? Có phải là những nguồn tiền mà lâu dài hay không? Thì cái slide này sẽ nói giải thích cho các bạn là cái nguồn tiền của Catalyst đến từ đâu. Khác hẳn với những cái quỹ khác, ví dụ như là Binance Lab chẳng hạn. Binance Lab có vòng 4 của Binance Lab vừa rồi, tháng 5 vừa rồi, thì tổng số tiền cho cái fund đó ấy, họ có khoảng họ khoảng 50 triệu đô. Nhưng mà họ chỉ là một cái khoản tiền, họ dành ra 50 triệu đô để cho các dự án đến từ cộng đồng thôi. Khi hết ấy, thì họ lại phải xoay ở đâu đó, họ lại phải lấy từ những cái khoản nào đó ra, góp vào để thành một cái khoản cho các dự án đến từ cộng đồng, kêu gọi các dự án, kêu gọi các startup. Nhưng với Catalyst thì họ thiết kế khác. Thứ nhất ấy là Catalyst ấy, cái phí giao dịch trên mạng lưới của Catalyst sẽ có những cái phần trăm, cái phí giao dịch trên mạng lưới của Catalyst sẽ được đổ vào cái quỹ, cái treasury, chính là cái quỹ của Catalyst. Một phần thứ hai nữa là gì? Chúng ta thấy rằng là cái tổng nguồn cung của số đồng ADA ấy là 45 tỷ. Thì hiện giờ con số đấy nó khoảng 33 tỷ. Chúng ta vẫn còn khoảng 12 tỷ đồng ADA sẽ được minting liên tục. Và cứ 5 ngày, một khoảng thời gian 5 ngày ấy, thì cái số tiền ADA mint ra được ấy là khoảng 22 triệu đến 22 triệu 500. Thì khoảng 7 triệu trong số đó sẽ được đổ vào cái quỹ Catalyst. Cái này là cơ chế, nó là cái mechanism bên dưới của mạng lưới blockchain chạy để đảm bảo là cái quỹ của Catalyst luôn luôn phát triển. Dự kiến để khai thác hết từ 33 tỷ đến 45 tỷ ấy, thì nó mất cỡ khoảng 9 năm nữa. 9 năm nữa để khai thác hết. Có nghĩa là gì? Ít nhất Catalyst sẽ tồn tại trong vòng khoảng 9 năm nữa. Cái số tiền đó sẽ tồn tại và phát triển, không những tồn tại mà còn phát triển trong 9 năm nữa. 5 ngày nó có khoảng cứ mỗi 5 ngày thì có khoảng 7 triệu ADA sẽ đổ vào cái quỹ đó. Mà 7 triệu ADA bây giờ với giá hiện tại bây giờ là khoảng 0.5 thì chúng ta đã có khoảng 3,5 triệu đô rồi. Mà fund 9 họ chỉ có 16 triệu đô. Có nghĩa là chỉ mất có 15 ngày là đủ. 15 đến 20 ngày là đủ. Điều đó có nghĩa là gì? Là cái quỹ Catalyst nó luôn phát triển theo thời gian. Luôn phát triển theo thời gian. Và thế thì chuyện gì xảy ra khi mà hết 9 năm? Rất nhiều người quan tâm là Catalyst có phải là tôi là người tham gia vào Catalyst, tôi trở thành những người viết dự án, tôi trở thành những người PA. Thế thì cái nghề đó có phải là một nghề tồn tại lâu dài hay không? Thì muốn tồn tại lâu dài thì cái quỹ này nó phải tồn tại đã. Và cái quỹ này tồn tại thì cái việc các vai trò nó sẽ tồn tại. Thì khi mà hết 9 năm ấy thì người dự kiến rằng là từ giờ đến 9 năm nữa ấy, thì cái số lượng giao dịch trên nền tảng của blockchain Cardano ấy nó sẽ tăng lên rất là nhiều. Và lúc đấy thì khi ngoài cái khoản tiền trên minting ra hết ấy thì cái phần trăm cái quỹ giao dịch nó sẽ đổ vào đó và nó sẽ làm cho cái quỹ của Catalyst cũng phát triển thêm. Đó. Thì đó là những cái đó là cái cơ chế mà mọi người thấy rằng là làm sao để cho Catalyst nó trường tồn được. Ok, một trong những cái mà từ mà trong Catalyst họ rất hay dùng nữa là gì? Là gọi là voting power. Voting power là gì? Là trọng lượng của cái phiếu bầu của chúng ta. Thì trọng lượng của phiếu bầu ấy, nó phụ thuộc vào số lượng ADA mà các bạn đang nắm giữ trong ví. Đó. Bạn có 1.000 ADA thì so với một cái ví khác mà có 2.000 ADA ấy, thì cái trọng lượng của 1.000 ADA sẽ bằng nửa cái trọng lượng của cái phiếu bầu 2.000 ADA. Thì cái này để làm gì? Để khi mà người ta cộng điểm ở cái vòng voting này, họ sẽ dựa vào cái trọng lượng đó để biết xem một cái dự án nào có được bầu nhiều hay là được bầu ít, đếm cái số lượng phiếu. Bởi vì khi tham gia phiếu bầu ấy thì người ta có phải bầu yes hoặc bầu no. Thì cái điểm cuối cùng ấy là lấy điểm yes trừ đi điểm no, là cái điểm mà các bạn sẽ mang ra để đo xem mà các bạn có thắng cuộc hay không, các bạn có được fund được hay không. Đó. Thì để làm việc đó thì người ta dựa vào, người ta dùng cái từ gọi là voting power. Đó. Thì đó là những cái tóm tắt sơ bộ của cái bài trình bày ở cái buổi trình bày trước. Thì Tiến chỉ muốn nói ngắn gọn là gì? Catalyst nó là một cái nền tảng rất là thú vị, nền tảng có thể nói rằng là còn kéo dài trong ít nhất chục năm, 20 năm nữa. Và đấy là một nguồn tiền mà được cơ chế, được nền tảng blockchain Cardano ấy, được thiết kế hoạt động một cách tự động rồi. Không phải là giống như các nền tảng khác là mọi người phải cấu víu ở đâu đó ra. Và Catalyst cũng xác định là gì? Là hướng về cộng đồng, mọi thứ làm vì cộng đồng. Và dự án đến từ cộng đồng, người chấm cũng đến từ cộng đồng. Thì không có cớ gì những những anh chị em ở RMIT chúng ta có ý tưởng thì không có cớ gì chúng ta giới hạn cái ý tưởng chúng ta lại cả. Hãy mang cái ý tưởng chúng ta lên nền tảng của Catalyst và làm cho cái ý tưởng chúng ta biến thành hiện thực. Thì đó là những cái tóm lược sơ bộ của tôi trước khi mà anh Linh trình bày cái phần thứ hai này. Xin cảm ơn.
So thank you, anh Tiến, for your sharing. So this is the wrap up by Vietnamese that anyone, you could have a look back in the recording in case that you do not fully understand by the English lesson last week. But please, there are more information was provided in the English lesson last week. So if you can go back and see the recording later. So now I would love to invite welcome Mr. Linh Phạm to continue our lesson. So today's lesson is very important, and so hope that could get your attention. Thank you.
Hello, welcome back. I have a feeling that I am Vietnamese and I deliver to Vietnamese group, but I speak English, and not from Vietnam. I'm a bit feel funny, yeah. It's like I mean the lecture yesterday night, and then yeah, none of them are Vietnamese, but I do half Zoom and half in class. So we do a flex, but that's a between Zoom and between in the lecture hall together. But anyway, I don't know, you keep that feeling with you, but I'm okay. So let's start with English then. All right. So that's pretty good. Thank you, Stan, for coming back. And if you are anyone here is new, my name is Lin Ting, and our organizer Tang from MRIT, Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology, is pronounced right. Okay. Thank you for that. And I never been there that unit anyway. It's far from me. It's nearly 800 kilometers from where I live right now in Sydney. Okay, let's start with number 2. All right, I promise I will speak really slow today, and we got around 1 hour, less than that. So I'm trying my best to cover as quick and as concise precise as I can, right? All right, please write anything down there. You're not here to watch TV, right? So please, you're here to do this. That's what you do, right? That's what you end up today. So please, if you have any question, I know that some of you very comfort in terms of living. Example, comfort means you got a lot of money, you don't care about too much money. But if you can use the knowledge that you obtained today, that to help other people to write the proposal, this is not dollar, this is not what is that? Not $27, right? That's 27,000. Yeah. So if you think this proposal or this training session or sharing session that may help you to help other, please do so. If you are comfort, I use the term comfort in the way I express is rich, all right, and you don't care about too much money, but maybe other people may need money, or they may have some idea that they need some money to deliver that idea. So that's what here today for next 60 minutes. Okay, so that's this example. And I get that, I come back here later. For next week, it's like Lin, me, Ding, why I'm here. Can I make money? Yes, you can. Question here, how much can you make? It's up to you. Where are the evidence? Here we go. This is something that I extract from next week, which is PA and VPA, which is rename them, right? So example, this guy too much, right? He wrote up, what is that? 227 proposal assessment. Then he get $37,000. Why? He got so many is excellent. That's the reason why. Yeah, he got 160 is excellent. So that is something next week. If you like to come back, or if you like to know more, you can just get our slide. You don't bother to come, that's completely fine. But if you think, Lin, what about I can get this slide and I can help other people to make money for 3 months? Again, this is 1 week job, all right? 1 week job. But if you're not good enough and you just starting, you say, okay, what about 1 week? I make that much, for example. So you got to do like, you write a proposal. Sorry, my apology, a assessment. So I will show you what an assessment look like next week. Or you can just find from our slide if you like to. And yeah, that's it. That's its 1 week job, 1 week job. And you may say, wait, this is 26 assessment. Why they have the same money and why this guy? Because there is some techniques, some tips, some skill set that you may need to assess, and that's how we do next week. So if you like, you can come back next week for that. So I close that now. Today we focus on proposal, and proposal, how to write a good proposal. To do that, let's go. All right, there we go. That's what we got today. So recap, Ding just done that beautiful. Thanks so much, Ding. I wish my Vietnamese is good as you. So I need to keep learning, right? Okay, now how to write a good proposal and how to submit, where you submit, and what next. At the end of this slide, we have a special program for you, not from Vietnam. We from Japan, Indonesia, and from Australia and New Zealand, and include Vietnamese as well in Eastern Hemisphere. We have this program. If you like it, you can click on that link and start with that. And this is only 8 weeks program. I'll come back with that at the end. All right. That is somewhere that if you are brand new to Project Catholic and you want to deliver your idea, but you don't have capital know that you have a team to work with. Okay, that's come to the end, and we don't have much to go anyway. So that, let's start. Okay, how to write proposal, where to submit the proposal. Now, if you have an idea to do anything, example, any idea. So now you have that link, right? This link is come from, I just do a quick one for you. There we go. All you got to do is just select them, copy that link, right? On the slide 10, copy that link, and then that way you go. And from here, you say, okay, how about I'm going to look at, example, look at which one is that? Look at Coffee for Vietnam, right? So why this guy, he got fund for $24,800. Then you can click on that. That's Dean. That's, I think, Dean, the person just speak to you just a second ago. That's his proposal. There we go. So have a look. What are the requirements? That Dean, right? That's right there. He just spoke to you just then. What are the requirements to get a proposal fund? And what next after you get it fund? Okay, what's next? So all of this, have a look them. Just look, don't do anything. Or you can share this idea, say, okay, that's how that guy write it. So that's how he get voted. And he get voted for 4.5 over 5. That's the PA. So that's PA job I explain next week as well. Or you can have a look, what about this proposal in this question, right? In this challenge. What about this guy writing? So this is something that if you have an idea, don't explain it out first. Do gathering data, have a look what out there first. It's like you in uni, right? So I'm sure before you write something, any research, for example, any project, find out whether that idea had been implemented or not. I think, let me put on the English translate live. I think that's that. Hopefully that's right. I don't think it's translate live. I'm not sure. Me, can you help me with the English to English if you can, please? I don't know. Last week you done pretty well. Yeah, that's on English now. Oh, that's good. Thank you. So from here, you can have a look. Hey, this guy, how much he get fund for this guy? He got 24,000 then. So how this look like? Okay, that's the problem. So first, if you have an idea, next step, what is that problem? Do they need it? Is Cardano needed? Is anyone need that proposal? How can I apply this proposal into Grow East Asia, Grow Cardano? So first, you got an idea, find out that idea already implemented or not. And then there is a lot of challenge, right? Where is my idea got to fall into? Is it my idea from Ethereum, my idea from DAO, decentralization, automation, and organization, whatever that funding? And what about into coding? What about my idea may fall into, because of my background, not coding. So my ideas may fall into this category, or something else. For example, my idea may be go to here. There we go. So first, have an idea. Next, do you have time? Say 10 hours a week or 4 hours a week. It depends on how big your project. It depends. So because fortunately, your proposal get fund, and then you need to deliver that. Because if you don't deliver that, you don't have money. You see that? You need to deliver it. They don't give you, example that 24,000, they don't give you one junk bang right away. They give you bit by bit. Okay, so that's what we cover today. So that's my 9 minutes is passed already. Any question, please, before I start again and again? Before I'm started reading the slide. Any question, please just drop down to the link. You can speak to me Vietnamese, by the way. I'm pretty good, but I cannot write perfect as you, I believe. But I'm trying my best. Any question? I love to have just 1 or 2 questions.
Okay, please feel free to leave questions in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself. Vietnamese is welcome also.
Come on, 𝗂𝐿. Why are you so shy? You started RMIT. RMIT, you know, it's pretty tough, I think. You can write down English down there if you like.
There's one questions from Miss 𝗵𝐴𝐺𝐴𝐺. Who will or can be PA, sir?
Anyone.
Yeah.
anyone, me, you, but make sure that you have to be over 18 years of age, because there is a mission of Cardano that we don't support child labor. That's the only thing. That's it. Anyone. This, I hope the answer, yeah, V. Anyone can be a. And you know or you don't know English, doesn't matter. That's what I learned recently. I can do translate to from Vietnamese and English and translate back. And if you in Vietnam, I think there is some quick pot, some program that paraphrase, and I never use them, but I saw students using them. They're pretty good at that, and it's really funny when they paraphrase. I can read and pick it up right away. But we don't go that far in terms of, we don't go that far. You can have a look here. Do you think that the PA read this perfect English? No, they don't care. They don't care. There is a lot of people that don't have to be perfect English. No, it's nothing. This is, everyone can be, okay? Yes, hopefully answer that question. Anyone can be. All you got to do is make sure that you have a wallet to receive your money. If you get fund, if you get reward, that's pretty much. And your account don't get this browser here don't get hacked, because if they got hacked, they might change your wallet address, and then the money go to them, not go to you. That's the only thing I'm concerned. All right. So as long as you can use computer, as long as you can translate, as long as you can read this proposal, you can read the impact, and then you can read the feasibility, and then you can read the auditability. That's all. So, and then you write the way you want to write. And there is a lot of sample out there that anyone can be. And more information, welcome the next week. That's where it's just we just into the PA. Come on, that's good. That's it. I take a keep writing down. Keep writing down. Keep writing down. VPA and VPA. I do a very quick one, right? We cover next week, but VPA, for example, let me do a very quick one for VPA. VPA. Anyone help me with the link just recently, just yesterday for the VPA? Can you shift them out?
Let me find out. Let me find out for that. But in short, let summary it shortly. You have to be a VPA. You have, in order to be a VPA, you have to be a PA for 2 recent rounds, or at least 3 separate rounds.
Is this one link, or you want the link that have the VPA assessment?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine here. That's the link. Just do a quick one, right? I come back to what we're doing just right now before we lost. Here we go. So anyone can be, for example, that's VPA here. So there we go. You see some Vietnamese there. That's a PA. That's a VPA, right? But to be VPA, you need to be PA twice. Yeah, you need to be PA twice. No, sorry. No, you need to be assessment this twice. So example, to be eligible to do VPA in Fund 9, you got to do VPA. So you got to do PA in Fund 7 and Fund 8. And there is sub-conditions such as your filter out here, not more than here. That's a filter out, right? Give me a second. 1 second. There we go. Your filter out not more than 51%. There we go. So example, that is filter out. Okay, to see that filter out. So that result that you don't have any money. This is good. I mean, you got maybe probably $70 for each of this. Each of this. All right. I said estimate only. That's each of that $70. This is US dollar, right? Don't compare where my dollar to Australian dollar, right? So that is good. That's good. That is $0. Okay. So some of them excellent. If there is an excellent, so example, this excellent. So 3 times of good. So if it good is $70, so this one estimately around $200 US for this assessment, for that assessment. But we don't go there. Okay, we don't go there today. So just quickly the certain criteria to become VPA. Okay, but PA anyone can come. See, that's some people have multiple ID, but that's not recommended because that's ID. You see, that's ID. People have multiple ID, but what is the point of having multiple ID unless you want to do gaming something? Okay, anyway, that's the question for VPA. Yep. We come back if there is more question for that for next week. Yes, hopefully you have some question for me after. Okay, now, next one. Where do you create the proposal? Right at the link. All right. So if you are a proposer, and then I go quick one, who going to mark your, who going to assess your proposal? Okay, now, to write the proposal, first, Fund 9, Fund 10 will show up, right? This is Fund 9. At the moment, we're done already. We're done, as you know already. So anyone can, excuse me. So at the moment, there's Fund 9 is over. So if you're going to assume there is a proposal open in Fund 10, right? So you go to legal, and then all you got to do is just click on that key there and open it up and go ahead to write the proposal. At the moment, they're not, okay? At the moment, they're not open yet. So that's where you submit your proposal. That's it. Now, next one. What is the idea here? So that's a proposal. Who will check? If you submit the proposal, it's really annoying. Like it's not fixed into the common sense. Some proposal does not really encourage something that's not related to. It's something that's very extreme. Then IOG will remove it, put to archive. Extreme, I mean, some of them pretty extreme. For example, they talk about really nonsense. They talk about something that's really rare, but they may, okay? Example, you put XXXYZ on the title here. That proposal will be archived. But no one doing that. No one have time to waste as such. Okay, so that's extreme case. So that is where you submit your proposal. Community engaging proposal. Anyone can write a proposal. Anyone can submit the proposal. Anyone. You from whatever country, you from whatever ecosystem like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, whatever that where you from, as long as you like to, you have an idea, you want to deliver that and get fund from Cardano, then you can submit. Okay, that's it. Okay, Eastern School, yes, we support you as much as we can, and we have a session coming up next, maybe in the middle of September, if you like to join, and I will do in fully in Vietnamese with Ting and me, and only 3 of us helping the Vietnamese at the moment from Eastern Tower, but inside Vietnam, they have so many other groups as well, so many other groups that help in Vietnamese grow Cardano as well, and many other blockchain, not just only Cardano. Okay. Okay, next, where the money come from, Dean have advised already. That's a percentage, and that's the transaction from each fund. And moving on with the where the money come from, right? So that's pretty much. And now, as I explained last week, each challenge setting. So example, right? For example, for grow. The total fund of Fund 9 is $12 million, but for I think a lot of Vietnamese submit to here. For Grow East Asia and Grow Cardano, that's the allocate fund. So this fund here, this challenge, they call a sub fund. So before you submit into this challenge, you need to read what is this challenge about. So your idea and your delivery need to not fulfill 100%, but at least matching or address some of these criteria, not criteria, some that setting out from this challenge or a sub fund. Okay, so all of this you need to read before you want to apply your idea in here, like exploring. Okay, where's my idea will be go to here? Where's my idea will go to here? Where's my idea will be fixing this criteria? So all of this will be, at least from my view, at least half of it should be in your proposal writing. So that's my view, right? Yeah, so that's what is the view. So if you believe as such, and then you submit into that. Okay. And then of course, normally once you start to write the proposal, you might ask around, and you might ask around, should I ask for 250? Normally people don't ask that full 100%. It's really rare. It's really rare. You might go 10%, 20%, 40%. So whatever percent you put it down, you need to justify that. Okay, you need to justify them. We come there just in a moment. So what I just explained, what is sub-fund? It is actually a challenge setting. Challenge setting I explained last week as well. Think just summarize. Any of the challenge setting, you the one write it up. Me, you write up that challenge setting. Where did we put the challenge setting for Fund 10? Here we go. There. That's it. In Fund 9, we set up the challenge setting for Fund 10, which is the next few months. That if this challenge setting being approved in the IDA, then you may, if we like to write this proposal into this, whatever the challenge here, we have to follow there, or we have to address their criteria. Okay, so I think that's pretty much. Okay, before we go on, anyone have a question for setting, challenge setting, money, all of those? Anyone? Challenge setting, sub fund, when the fund, I think that's we did already. Yeah, we move on. Okay, now next one. I'm trying not to make it bigger slide. Yeah. Next one would be what is that? The Roman Catholic we did already. Tiếng XY already. In this slide, I add one more here. I add one more slide. I add one more row. That's it coming up. So if you like to know what is DREP, okay, DREP, please have a look into what is DREP. If you like to join, and how DREP helping me to get my proposal fund. Okay, so please do read DREP, and all the information is here. Okay, today is not DREP session, so I'm not going there. Thank you. All of this you already know. Okay, but I just explained just a bit there. Okay, now we go into the actual session, and then we move on. And I explained this session here that we go all the way for just Fund A only. We have Fund 6, we have Fund 5. Fund 5, I think you may know it means swap, right? Means swap from Hanoi. Means swap, not swap. Means swap. Cardano example. There we go. I think this from Hanoi, the base long. He the first funded proposal in Vietnam as my knowledge, and at the moment you can see how they're going. Okay, that's how they're going, and you can check out their team. Learn. I think they have a fair bit there. So if you have a look what they're doing, this is our first proposal funded by Catholic and delivery in Vietnam. Okay, and you have looked at their team, their community, their team, the way they do. Of course, they have a lot of paper to read. So have a look in there. All right, have a look. Have a look there, see how you go. Okay, that's pretty much. So that's one of the first fund in our Project Catholic Fund 5. So Fund 6, and then I think Dean start with that, and get fund all the way Fund 9 today. Okay, so on this proposal for you to have a look. Okay, so I will do another 10 minutes, and we're going to actually write the CMO proposal, see how you go, right? And then we close up from there. So it's not much really. Okay, next one. That how to write a good proposal. The question here, to write a proposal, for who to read? That's the point. Why we have to write a proposal? Because at the end of the day, this guy, all right, this what is that? The link before. What was that? I think we still link was that. Yeah, the PA. We write the proposal for PA for PA to read, right? To read. Is that all? What about the voter? What about the voter? So when you write a good proposal for who to read, and if your proposal not follow the certain criteria or the set out of the proposal guide, then your proposal maybe have very, very low mark, the score here. You see that? Score. Even though this guy have 3.58 over 5, but still got fund because a lot of people vote for yes. That is a problem. So most of proposal that have high mark, you see that 5, 5, 5, they got locked in. Is there anyone here 5 but not being funded? I don't think so. So this is an example for open source development ecosystem, and that's a $1.2 million. That's in Fund 8, right? So you can have a look. Okay, if I write the proposal for PA to read, right? And so if you say, okay, for PA to read, not to read, to accept. Who else? What about the voter? Yes, some voter may, but because the proposal, there are 1,000 proposals, how can they read it all? So this is the first person to read. So your proposal have to follow a certain guidelines. There we go. If you are a PA, so now I'm starting kicking the PA, right? If you are a PA, you look at, if this proposal have this, there we go. Now we're going to write a proposal. We combine with a PA job now. So when you write a proposal, do you have that? You have to ask, okay, where do you put that in your proposal? Remember, when you do a PA job, right, that's a PA assess. So when you write it, identify the problem within the challenge, or they call it sub-fund, right? Sub-fund, that what I just showed you before, sub-funds. No, challenge, just one only. There we go. That is the first key. What about the proposal is clear enough and can add the value to Cardano or not? So when you assess as a PA, so when you read the proposal, when you read any of this proposal here, for example, I'm going to finance, for example. Okay, I'm looking finance because I know that most of you are finance. I assume I don't know, right? So some of you from finance, some from IT. So I assume something's easy, right? So let's pick randomly, right? Let me look something that something to do with Asia, for example. 1 second. Is there any? Okay, here we go. Example for legal. That's, I'm sure, this person in Vietnam, right? So have a look. Now, once as the PA job, you look at the proposal. Okay, is it in the challenge? So when you look at this, when you ask that question, so you surely that you need at the proposal, you need to read the challenge setting. That's the key. As I said again, you have an idea, applies into the challenge setting, and then have a look. Is that Cardano? What about the metric? Is this proposal have anything to do with that? The one I just mentioned just then. So as the proposer, okay, as the proposer, the person write the proposal. Do you have that? Did you write this down? Did you write that down? Where is it? Because if you don't write that, this guy don't see them. I hope you see clear, right? So the impact here is really important. If you write the proposal, who got to read? That person got to read first. Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have that? That is your impact of your proposal. Okay, and let me finish one, and then you can ask me for the impact, right? I think that's pretty much for the impact. And next one is feasibility. Any question for the impact, please? For example, this one here, the impact. There's the impact of this proposal. That's it. Okay, that's the impact. That's the impact. So anyone have a question for me? If you have a question, take it on. I give you 1 minute, 2 minutes. So at least it helps you a little bit. No? Yes. No, right? Okay, now explain a little bit more, right? I'll explain a little bit more. We got around 10 minutes to finish, so it's okay.
So I'm sorry, we have one question from Thang in the comment. Who set the challenge?
Who set the challenge? Okay, for example, let me go for who set the challenge. Example in this one, the Vietnamese challenge. Who set the challenge? Empower, is it Empower Vietnam? Me? The challenge that we are here. Oh, here, right here. That's it. So this challenge here. This is the challenge setting. Okay, who set this challenge? This challenge set up by me, Ting, and myself, me, Trang, and Ting. The three of us here. That's it. That's the challenge we set up. And we asked for how much? We asked, this is for fund 10, right? That's what we asked. That's what we said. Of course, all of this, when we set up the challenge setting, we asked the community whether this challenge proposal helping the Vietnamese or not. So that's it. Why it is important. The number of Vietnamese proposals rose sharply in the recent funds. This challenge is necessary to grow in multiple dimensions in Vietnam, not outside Vietnam. You see that? So we make why this proposal important. And one of the key delivery if this gets funded. So that's our metric, the metric that the proposal have to or should follow this. So the PA also follow it when they assess a proposal. So that's it. Anyone here, any one of us can set up the challenge. If you think there is an issue, if you think there is some big idea, yes, anyone can write. And we ask for 500,000. But if this proposal gets funded, well, go ahead. Good for Vietnamese. Okay. All right. Next one, I'd like to share this link. Where is it? There we go. So hopefully you see my Microsoft Office, right? So just the legal version, I guess. Okay. Then that is the proposal. First, the title, you had to make this. Normally I waste an hour on this. Normally we waste an hour on that because we don't have much. We don't have much. You had to write somehow that because this one is in the voting app, in the phone. So the font is really tiny because the voter look only the title, the problem, and summary, nothing. These three parts will be shown in the apps. So you spend a lot of time to write these 35 characters. And you see our proposal before, right? We write very short. So the next one here, the statement. See that the statement I just shared you just minutes ago, the statement, and we don't have much time and much writing there. So that's it, starting to write a proposal. And this is the proposal guide. And they mention very clear, they give you very clear that this is the help, right? Summarize your solution. Summarize, because you don't have solution. You only propose the solution only. You don't carry out yet, so you don't have a detailed solution. So they ask you summarize. Look, focus on what are you going to do, make change to solve the problem. They don't ask you for the detail. So please don't put the detail down. It's no point. Okay. So should be the way that it's not. They give you how to write it. So that's it to start to write a proposal. They give you a certain criteria there. That's the criteria. You can't run more than anyway. Of course, anything that you say, okay, you say, I'm a student. I can do this, I can do that. And any information there, you need to show for public can verify that you are what you are. Okay. And next one, this is something that you need to write as well. Which fund category that which present your project? There we go. The one that I'm talking about, the challenge. So we have so many challenges, you think your project will fall into that criteria. And of course, that's the link. Okay. And next one, the impact. There we go. All of this information you can start with. That's how to write. So as a student, I think most of you are students right now. You can see that It's like how to write the project, how to write the whatever that's normal assignment. So if this is some of the management project or any project that you are doing now, why can't you write the project, write the assignment for your subject, as well as use the same content, put on the Cardano, put on the project Catholic and ask for fund. So if I were you, I would do it. Yes, I have a couple as myself. I'm a teaching staff, so I have a couple, but I don't write somehow that's maybe impact to my job, for example. So go ahead. If you got any idea, why not? So that's it. That's where you're going to write your proposal impact. Of course, if there is nothing at risk-free, for example, why are you here? Are you have time? No, you don't. None of us have time. So what else have the main risks for today? Example, the main risks today, you're just wasting your time because we don't ask you buy coin, we don't sell in coin, we don't ask you to invest. We only ask you to think and read only. And if you think that's really a lot of risks from us, then you just say no, because you're old enough, I believe. You're more than 16 or 18, you have your right decision about what you read. I don't ask you what you're going to do, but what you could read. So you need to write down what are the main risks in your proposal. Example, you have two persons, that person may be busy with the thesis, to do the project, don't have time, or that person will have a certain disability, for example. So anything that you believe there is a risk that impact that into your proposal delivery, or your proposal may be impact to children, your proposal may be impact to wildlife, your proposal can impact something, that's easy the risk, you need to put it down. Because if you don't put it down, the PA will criticize you. There we go. All right, be aware that you need to put down the risks, so that they put very clear then. You need to put down the risks and how are you going to mitigate it? Okay, how are you going to mitigate the risks? Okay, that's it. That's proposal. And down here, they explain a lot. So if you go ahead, that's where you need to go through. Okay, write it down, keep writing. So if I was you, that I'm going to write a proposal for next fund, I may write out an idea and start mapping or answer all of these questions here, and then submit. First time, don't expect that you're going to get fund, but with our help, that you may. Okay, that's you may. So that is the proposal guide. So anyone have a question for me on the proposal guide before we carry on with the slide? Proposal guide and the impact of your how to write a proposal. The impact, where you get from, keep writing down so I can read them. Don't worry, I can read the chat from here. So proposal, guidelines, just anything that you say, oh, how do I start? So that's when you start. Get the guideline, just answer the question and submit to ID scale. That's it. That's easy as such. Anyone give me a thumb that you follow me at all? At least give me some thumb, people. Thumb up, thumb down. The thumb, you can put it up somewhere in the project Catholic there. There is a thumb there in the reaction. Okay, let's move on, right? So we have a few more minutes ago, so it's not much for you. So that's the impact. Remember, right, follow the impact that they provide in the proposal guide. Now, when you write the proposal, think, okay, if my proposal write as such, the PA will look at the feasibility in my proposal. What are they looking at? Do you have budget clear? That's the problem. Are you sure who are you in your impact? Do you have any link that they can check? Right? So is your budget clear and break down into identifiable items? That do you have to? I mean, you have to or not? So have a look at this proposal from work. Okay. Okay, there we go. He asked for 42,000, and have a look at his budget breakdown. That's his team. I think that's his budget breakdown. I think that's it. Here, the link is there. So he put the link there. You can go into the link, have a look what the budget breakdown. That's very detailed, to be honest, from my view. Okay, I haven't read them yet, but I just see in terms of the number, the item, task, item, an hour. That's don't focus too much on rate per hours. Okay, that's just illustration purpose only. Because if you compare different country, it depends on the professional job, and some of the legal here in example in Australia, they might charge you $400 per hour for legal advice if you're going to just a normal solicitor, I mean a lawyer. So that is just illustration. As long as it's reasonable, it's reasonable. As long as it's not reasonable, the PA will give you a go. Okay, the PA. So that is something that when you write proposal, you should have that sort of breakdown. Okay. So that's all of these items you may need to read. Do I have it? Do I have it? If you don't, then why? So everything you put down, make sure that it can be verifiable. Okay, can be verifiable. You need to. Okay. If you don't, then you got question. And if you have a question, then this mark will get lower. Remember, if you put any gaps that you may have, but you don't put it there, your rate maybe get lower. Okay, I said you gotta be careful, right? If you got something not too high, then don't put it there. But if you hide too much, then your rate will go lower. But if you get lower, your project may not get funded. So you need to learn what PI common, and then you come back next time, resubmit, but modify them. Well, you give yourself the room to get fail as well. You cannot just success right at first go. Okay, similar to that. So I'll leave it there for you as a PA. So that's another impact there. Okay, that's the impact. How they work out the rate. See, there we go. So the PA will look at that. The PA will look at $60, $200, $300. You need to convince it. Remember, you need to convince her. There we go. Please be aware it's global variation in wages. So don't go too hard on per hour. But that's what I said. That figure is reasonable. Okay, it's reasonable. So when the PA they mark, they know that. They know that. Example, you put $160 per hour. They not question you. Hey, why you put $60 per hour? Because if the PA follow the PA guides, they know what you write in. Okay, you put anything there as long as it justify. Okay, as long as it justify. You cannot say the programmer in Vietnam $60 or in Australia or in USA it's $400 per hour. Yes, that's the fact. But in terms of Cardano, you need to put this one here. So when you put down any figure, the PA, they do aware that. But if they don't, you can flat that comment out. It says that's not right. Right away, you can flat it out. All right. Here, this is what they call flat out. Here, that's your right. If you write the proposal, you can propose a mark. You can filter out. You see that the PA show good knowledge, but blah blah blah. Then you can say, okay, this is not right. So you can fight back to the PA as the proposer. So you can see that a lot. There we go. This is another one here. So some people give a nonsense. See that they give 2 marks, they give 3 marks. But if it's reasonable, you should accept it. But if it's not acceptable, you can filter out. See that at the end, this guy out, no money. That's it. So you write the proposal. PA mark. PA assess your proposal, but they cannot access what they want to access. No, you have a right as the proposer to comment back and filter out. So this mark here, it will not go into this final mark in the voting apps. There we go. So when you write a proposal, you have to think multiple dimension. Give yourself a chance to fail. Okay, please give yourself a chance to fail. Yeah, give yourself a chance to fail. Give yourself 3 months of learning. 3 months of learning in terms of write the proposal. And just assume the first proposal you may get fail. Okay, and then learn from that. Learn the whole system first. I think I nearly come to the end. So that's a feasibility And audibility is no different. So again, you have to have a roadmap clearly. You do 3 months, 6 months, all of that, you have to write them down. How are they measured? That's a PA read. Okay, is your proposal have that? Is your proposal have like a public channel? Where do we view? Because if you don't put down in here in the audibility, so example here, that's monthly report here. That's monthly report. We don't see what you're doing. There we go. That's the report. Because if you don't report, you don't have money for that month. Okay, here, that's the report. That's the report. Every month you need to report before the 24th of each month. And you get paid. You get paid. If your proposal have fund already, this is your report every month. Okay? Every month. So the report there, and I put the link there for you as well. And that's something that you can have a look. Okay, you can have a look that how the proposal get fund and how they get paid. So example, this proposal, for example, this proposal, right? Funds $70,000 and they already contribute and remain as that much. That's remaining 41,000. That's for example. So the data there. So when you run proposal, how do I know they get fund? If you got 2 members, did you write a report? And so all of this information, you need time to learn, to be honest, because as a university, you need to do assignment. You have to maybe work part-time. So maybe give yourself a chance, like 4 hours a week to work on this on Sunday nights or Saturday night. Stop going now for maybe 4 weeks on Saturday night, digest this data and digest this information and see how you write the proposal for Fund 10. All right, so that's come to the end. That's an example how you flat it out, but I don't think that would be for you guys. You may have a look for now. So the information I leave it there. If you like to have a look further, that's the proposal, that flat only. So that's how they look like. See that true is flat out. See that it's undeniable 5. So this guy give 3, 3, 2. But this is a proposal. So if you are the proposer, that's what you got to write back. And I don't know, you might trace whether this accessor ID here, that been comment out or not. I don't know, but we don't have time to go there, but you can trace based on this data here, based on this information here. Based on this information, if you want to trace. Let me, should I do that? No, I'll do that later, right? Because I don't know what is proposal fail. Okay, let me search for okay, in here. So I hope that I can let them search. I hope that there we go. You see this, the one that I just showed you, get this out. You see that? That's what is out. The result is out. They've been filtered out. So that is the VPA job. They kick it out. So filter out this guy, no money. That's it. So that is the power of the proposer. The power of proposer. Remember, that's your power. It doesn't mean that any guy can mark anything they want to. But if they mark unreasonable, you need to put your comment. That's your comment there. That's your comment. And then this is true. It means you want filter out. So the VPA will mark it down, or VPA will look into that, review your comment, and so that's, you cannot do like that. No, this is bad. That's not reasonable. That's reasonable. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. It doesn't make any sense. So you're going to be very careful. So next week we will learn more about this. Okay, that's next week. We don't let people do this to you. Okay, that's next week. PA, VPA next week. Okay, the second last slide, the same thing. Now, that's it for me. The bonus for you. Okay, the proposal flag, which is I just explained already. Yes, you have power to exercise your power as a proposer. You can flag any assessment from PA that it doesn't make sense. Some of you might say, hey, you haven't read my proposal at all. You give me 1 mark. That's not right. You can mark it down, explain that. As I explained right here, it's been filtered out. See that? Or remember, there is some games. Example, if this is your proposal, for example, and someone may just comment, give you low marks, some of maybe your competitor or some community or someone that may not like you, they create multiple accounts. Who knows what happened? So you don't know them because all of these are anonymous. Anonymous means you don't know who is that. So you have to read that comment here. See that? So you can just put it down. So that is the power of the flat proposal flat, and you got 5 days to do this in every fun circle. You got 5 days to do it. Okay, that's pretty much. And here's the last bit before we go to do a test. I hope you enjoy. Now, for anyone here, we don't ask you to join. You don't want to, but if you think you have an idea and you want to be on this list for next Fun 10 as the student from RMIT or whatever the student you are now in Ho Chi Minh City or in Vietnam general, if you want your name on here, I mean, you want to get your proposal or your idea, become a proposal, and from proposal get funded and submit proposal and get funded, you can join us here. That's the link right there. That's the link. Okay, that's the link if you want to. And we help you for next 4 weeks, start from next week. But you need to get team together. There we go. We will help you. Who is we? We are a group of community, include, who are we? I think we're from Japan, right? We're from Vietnam, right? We're from New Zealand, Australia, and Indonesia. So all of us will help you, and we communicate by using English, by the way. Okay, so if you like it, you can put your name down here, and then there we go. Okay, and then you go. All you gotta do, put out a name, and we will contact you. But if you don't, then don't. It's up to you. You have a choice. If you like, you say, okay, you have an idea. But by the way, can I advise you something sensitive? If you have an idea, keep that with you first. You need to find the right person. Write down the proposal first, because if you put somewhere idea here, you put your ideas right here, you make your new idea, right? Some of the guy out there just stolen your idea. I'm sorry. I'll tell you the fact. So you need to form a team where you can work together. Write your idea down, sharing your idea in written paper, so no one can copy. But if someone copy, you report to IOG that proposal, game over. Does that make sense to you guys? Don't talk about that. Write it down. Write it down, share with people. But if someone copy your idea, you can drop that person in. You can drop that person in with IOG, and I give you the email later. Yeah, IOG, right? IOG. You can. This is the first time I showed you last week already. That is it. You can drop them in. I give you an email, say this proposal, and then that idea in idea scale will be disappear. They ban that proposal. Does that make sense to you guys? So don't worry your idea being stolen. But if your idea is good, please write it down. Write it down. Okay? And share with community. One is out on the community, no one going to copy. They don't dare to copy. You got me? No one dare to stolen your idea, believe me. But if you're not written down, you may get stolen. Okay? If you're just talking about that, some guy have an idea. Oh, why can't I just use the same idea? And they write bang, bang, bang. Next 24 hours, your idea already here. You're too late because you got nothing. You got nothing proof that is your idea. So if you are a student, if you have a pretty good idea, because this is a community, it's an international community, you don't know who is bad, who is good, who is genuine, who is non-genuine. So keep your idea with you. Okay. I think that's pretty much, and that's the form there for you. And this is for Vietnamese, and all of us will help, not just from Vietnam, but all of us from Indonesia, special Japan, right? Special Japan. Okay, that's it for me. And our Telegram is there. And the last one, you can just join that Telegram, or you can ask anyone here, and then the link is there for you to start. But this is something that for RMIT is special. and I will involve with that. I will involve with this project. And there is, have a look the link there and read them carefully. Remember, you need to make time. You don't have time, don't do it. Just don't waste your time. If you have time 4 hours a week, do it. If you don't have 4 hours a week, don't start with that, because you will just go nowhere. You just waste your time dangling. It's no good, because your brain needs to freeze up, and your brain needs to be focused on study as well. Okay, so 4 hours a week, I think you may, I don't know, you may have, but have to be focused. Okay, if you like it, you can fill it out, and then someone will team you up. And then if you have a team with you already, yeah, bring them together. Bring them together and fill them out and explain what it is, and then someone will get in touch. That's it for me. I think that's second days. Any question for me before I pass over to our co-host? I hope that is reasonable. And we have a very small group today, actually. And we will do all right. Hopefully 6 of you remain, have 6 proposals in next 3 months will be powerful. Who knows? No one knows. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you.
Yes, so thank you, Anwen, for your very passionate presentation. So he has poured his heart out for everyone, and he just want to support and help you to know about these great opportunities. And please take it, because this is this is still very early, and you still have a lot of chance to join in, and it's still pretty easy. And this kind of in this funding round, so please just try it, because if you try it, like you lost nothing, you know. Just lost sometimes. Okay, so so this is the end of our second session, and so this is the part that we are all waiting for. So we have the quizzes now, and so I will send you the link to the quizzes. So this is the link to the quizzes for the second session. So please remember that if you complete on 3 quizzes for the 3 weeks, and if you are the top 2 student to answer it right, also in the shortest time, you will be rewarded with our special rewards. So the reward is word waiting for. So please just do the quiz it. Okay, so you have more time. You have time to do it. So you can do it now. You can do it later, but just do it. Okay. So the question is very easy, so do not worry about that. Okay, so I have posted the link down. Hope everybody would join for today's quizzes. Thank you. So I love to see everyone interaction. If you understand it, or you could follow up with us. So we will also need your feedback on those sessions. So just like please comment and let us know that is it helpful to you or not, because this feedback is very valuable for us to keep delivering this session. So just leave a comment saying anything that what you think. Do you think that is it helpful, or do you think that is anything that any suggestion that you might have for the team? Okay, I'll leave you sometimes.
By the time that you before we stop recording, Tang, you got anything to say? Dean, you got something to say before we stop recording, or is it prolonged?
Yeah, just a final few closing remarks. Thank you for those who participated in our workshop today. Hopefully there is one more workshop next week where we'll go in more details about the Postal Assessor as well as VPA. So if you're interested in that, it will be at the same time on the 20th of August. We will be sending the invitations for you guys as a reminder, as well as access to the link and hopefully the slides beforehand as well. And yeah, thank you for your participation. That's it for me.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Tiến, do you have anything else to share?
I think I just have some recommendation for who to have idea right now. Let's take a look on the slide we share and to understand three criteria to get a good proposal, and then review on proposal funded in Fund 6, in Fund 8, and then you will understand how to create a good proposal by yourself. Let's spend some time for that. It's not too much difficult. I believe you can do that, and let your ideas shine. Thank you.
Yeah, so there are more things that we love to deliver, and like maybe more practice that we would like to let you know, so that you could like very detailedly learn and know how to do it. But because we have a shortage of time, we do not have much time. So this is a very basic introduction to you, and they're gonna be, please keep following us. Please join on of our social network and keep following with the updated information. And you, so all of my friends, all of other community member, they have gained a lot during the Fund A, and maybe also in Fund 9 and Fund 10. I hope that your name will be in, and especially you can with the PA role, and gradually you can become a proposer, and then you can become some startup, and you have your own company in the futures. It can totally happen. So please take this chance, and please also do the quizzes. Thank you, and hope to see you guys.
Stop me. I see one question from 𝗂𝐿. Hi, hello 𝗂𝐿.
Hi,
Yeah, I can hear you.
okay, so usually around this time, I'm like unable to join fully. So usually I only like participate a part of it. So how can I, you know, like review like all the things, like go through all the things that we have discussed during the meeting? Or do we have, oh, we have a recording. Where can I find it? Like, yeah.
Yes, so the recording will be sent to you by email after each session.
Yes.
Yeah, so you could, so I believe that you have already registered for it. So
Yes.
email, and we will send this to you by email after each session, so you can register.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, or you can contact Thắng. Okay, you know Thắng, right? You know.
No.
You don't.
Okay.
The handsome message right there suddenly.
Or you can please inbox the RMIT FinTech Club page. Yes, you could ask for that. I will they will definitely support you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, thank you. I stop recording. Yeah. Thank you.